Hey guys, I'm diagnosing some problems that we're having with this Tesla. We're replacing the rear tail lights. Well, we have a bit of a wiring problem, so I thought this would be pretty interesting and kind of how to solve it. Really trying to figure out how power and data is transferred through wires, and it's actually pretty interesting. So we're about to check that out right here. The main tool that you need is a multimeter. Actually, it's the only tool you'll need. You might need a few jumper wires. They could be male to male or female to female or male to female, depending on your needs, but I'm about to explain all that in 1 second. Also, check out this Tesla. It's pretty cool, right? The tail lights are even cooler, so I'm excited to get those done, but we gotta figure out this problem first. Well, the Tesla tail lights are supposed to look like this. This is the plug coming from the car, and then to the tail light, there is this plug. This one right here. So this plug plugs into this plug, and it makes sense, right? I don't know if you can see it too well, but they're basically the same size, they're keyed, so they fit together very nicely. That's how it's supposed to look like. But on this side, I restarted the process a little bit, we have this plug coming out of the car. This one right here, and I put some female to female jumpers in it. Now the problem is, some aftermarket dude installed this. We don't know where the plug is to go to this one. So we're gonna have to use some jumper wires. And we're using the multimeter to see basically how it gets powered, because this, by the way guys, is not color coded correctly. If you guess red is hot, you're wrong. It's not. So the first step that we're going to do is turn on the running daytime lights or parking lights. You can see that they're on right now. Now that these are on, we are also sending power from these, or to these lights, and then also to the rear tail lights. They're just not lit because they're not.
See, this one's glitchy?
Yeah, I tapped it and it glitched. There's also problem. Well, the reason why we're taking out the previous tail lights and replacing them with these is because they're glitchy. And they're glitchy on the front too. Check this out. Okay, ready? If you hit it. Oh, there it goes. And look, that one's still on. But this one, maybe we can, oh, it's back. The bottom part is, but not the top. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. I'm not saying don't buy things from Teslux, but don't buy things from Teslux. Back to what we were doing back here. Now we need to see which one is power and which one is ground. From there, we can also see which wires are for the brake and turn signal. Be careful when you're connecting these wires together with the wires from your multimeter. Now, multimeters are pretty safe. It's relatively hard to mess anything up with it. You just gotta make sure the different hot and ground connectors don't touch. You don't wanna create a short circuit because I don't believe the wiring harness has any fuses or short circuit protection. So just be careful with that. We're on the tail light that has the original connector coming out of the car. I'll move you guys over just a little bit so you can see it. It's gonna be this one right here. Now for the Tesla connectors, it's actually pretty simple. They have these little rectangles, and inside of the rectangles, I don't know if you can see it kind of being lit by the lights, there's the metal prongs. And you can actually access them really easily. You can use your multimeter prongs and tap to them. So if I tap here and I tap here, it's gonna give me a reading. All right, you're just gonna have to trust me and look at the multimeter because I don't have a lot of space here. The reading is 13.21 volts, which is great, that's nominal. That means the black is ground, red is hot, and that's on this side. For the other side, yeah, it's a little bit different. Whoever wired this, you suck. Okay, I'm not being mean here, I'm just messing around. But when you look at this, and I color coded these jumper wires to the wires that are coming out of here. So on the far right, we have black, so we have black, then we have an off-white, then we have red, then we have yellow. So I color coded them to perfection. Is red hot? No. Is it supposed to be? Yes. All right, so multimeter down here, and this one's a bit trickier, but on the jumper connectors, what you can do, there are also little slits for the prongs. I'll try to link these in the description below the like button, but I'm going to test it on the black. So black is grounded, boom, there we go. And should I do red? I'm not gonna do red because, stop it. Okay, so black is ground. I'm not gonna do red because I already know red is not hot. I'm gonna do yellow. Yes, the bumblebee wire is the next hot wire. Just be super patient when you're doing this because it can be a little bit finicky. All right, black and yellow, give me something. 13.15. Yeah, black and yellow is ground and positive. Okay, all right, with the power and ground wired up, it's time to test to see if the lights turn on. Turn on the lights again, parking lights. So this one's connected and this one's connected. There we go, we got power to both. Check out that animation. Now we just got to work out the last two wires, which are the data wires. So now we know that the lights have power. Actually, they have power up here also. So it all looks pretty cool, but there's still two more things that we have to do. Again, it's the two wires. So my friend was just back here for a second. So we're back and we're about to test those. So I'm thinking one might be for brakes. Let's see. All right, step on the brakes. All right, so you see this all lights up, everything's good. This one does not. So that's what we're going to have to see. So I'm gonna take the multimeter and I'm gonna measure the wires here. All right, keep your foot on the brake just so there's power going through. Now what we're going to be doing is we know the black is ground. He's currently stepping on the brake. So either of the two other data wires should have power. Hopefully not both of them, otherwise that will be confusing. So I'm measuring the middle one. That one has voltage, measuring the back one. Or I'm sorry, hit cancel turn signal, hit the hazard so they both sides flash. No power in the middle one. Ah, no power on either. Weird. Interesting. Okay, cancel turn signals. Or cancel hazards and press on the parking brake again. Or not parking brake, sorry, press your foot on the brake, sorry. Okay, so what's interesting is they're both getting power. All right, let's foot off the brake and turn on only the left turn signal. So the one closest to the house. Ah.
Oh, you know what? My lights glitch really fast.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, look at go blink your taillight compared to my taillight. Look at my light. My light blinks super fast.
It might be because the power difference. So there's no power going back here, and it's just only being there. That's kind of what happened when I had my ghost controller issues. I think it's just because it's disconnected right now. Like here, huh?
What's disconnected?
This tail light, because I'm measuring the voltage. And I think I figured out which one it is. I think it is gonna be the middle one. Okay, middle one is turn signal. Okay, you can turn off the turn signal. All right, perfect. So we tried all avenues. So we've declared that the middle one is the turn signal. Now we gotta figure out on this side which one is the turn signal. All right, so back on this side, I have our multimeter. We have our jumper cables. And I'm gonna have to use a different ground source because this one's plugged in. So I'm just going to tap it to the frame of the car for ground and hit the turn signal for only the right side. Okay, so the red one is the turn signal on the right side. I'm gonna test the white wire right now. So I just finished doing the red one. White wire is stable. Okay, so we're getting some fluctuations on the middle wire, which is the red wire, and that's just because turn signal, it's kind of pulsing the voltage. So we're gonna go on the other side and basically see which one that plugs into. So the middle one on this side is going to do the yellow. Shouldn't be blinking fast. It shouldn't be blinking fast anymore. Okay, so that means power distribution is good. The reason why I was blinking fast on that side, okay, well, that's because the right side's disconnected. But it's just because there's uneven power distribution. That's why. So just beware, it's not bad, it's just uneven power distribution. But let's go back to this side really quick. Whoop, putting you over here. All right, so over here, essentially, remember the red one was the turn signal and it was going to the middle one. Can you turn off the lights? All right, so now, since the power is disconnected, we're gonna go ahead and put our red one into the middle. All right, perfect, perfect. And from there, I mean, there's only one more wire left, right? So all you're gonna wanna do is plug that in there. Boom. Almost. Ah. Okay, be seriously careful with these little wires. Don't shove them because you might be shoving it into basically each other directly, not into the hole. And if you miss the hole, you might bend it. So take your patience and be seriously, seriously careful with these little jumper wires because you don't want to bend anything. But that looks pretty good. All right, so pushing it all the way in, give it a little tug test. All right, so everything seems pretty secure. If you want to secure it more, you can put some electrical tape around here. You could even hot glue these in, put some electrical tape around that, and then call it solid. You don't want to make it permanent, but that will make it pretty strong. So now we're just gonna go ahead and plug in this side again. All right, that one's already plugged in. So now we should be good to test everything. Let's bring the trunk lid down. Turn on the parking lights. Let's see it, come on. Ooh, look at that light strip animation, guys. All right, this was the janky side, so let's take a look at this one. All right, looks good. That looks good. Let's do a foot on the brake. All right, foot on the brake. You can see it all lights up here, lights up here. Same thing with this side. All right, release the brake. All right, there you go, all off. Let's put on the hazard lights so we can see both sides flash. All right, sweet guys, check that out. So it's flashing on this side, flashing on this side, and we're good. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys learned a little bit about wiring. If you have any questions about what we did, please leave a comment below. I'm super sorry that the camera angles weren't the best, super tight space. But again, if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Maybe we'll do more of these in the future. Or actually, hopefully we don't do more of these on this car in the future because yeah, he hates this stuff. But we got it fixed and that's what matters. All right guys, in case you're wondering, this is what the OEM connection looks like with it together. So this is the side that's coming out of the car. You can see we have the wires black, white, yellow, red, right? And then on this side, we have black, yellow, red, white. Again, this is the left side. So this is the good side. This is what it looks like. Again, the side coming out of the car is just clipped together in the middle right there. And yeah, that's pretty much what this connector looks like. You have the ground, you have the power, you have the data wires right here. Now, what's a bit confusing is that the ground and power become, well, the power, ground stays the same color, black and black, right? But the white is red, so red turns into white. Super weird. Yeah, anyways, that's that. For this one, this is on the right side, so the side that had the bad connector, the one that someone broke and replaced with this. The color code was all weird, so we have black, white, red, yellow, and yellow is power, the white and red are data, black is ground. So at least they got ground right. And that's pretty much it. So those are the connectors. And that's what we're dealing with, guys. Alrighty. I hope you enjoyed the video. So make sure you like, subscribe if you found this useful. If you didn't, let me know, and maybe we can do something else. Thanks for watching. Later, guys. And from this, I just saved my friend $250.